Well, October 4th is here, and you are all going to be turned into zombies. Of course, you're not going to be turned into a zombie. At 2 p.m. when these alerts go off, you're not going to automatically get up out of your seat and start dancing like Thriller. That's not how this works. But big media wants you to believe that we believe, us conspiracy theorists believe that once these alarms go off, there will be a zombie apocalypse. Just look at some of these posts. Anti-vaxxers think an emergency phone alert will cause a zombie apocalypse. The latest paranoia to grip online fringe communities is about FEMA supposedly sending harmful 5G signals to your phone. I really hate the term anti-vaxxers. I really hate how they put people in a box. Just because you hate a certain jab, a C-19 jab, you don't want to get that jab because of how fast it was created, because they don't know the long-term effects, because there are certain properties and chemicals inside a jab that can alter certain properties inside your body. All of a sudden, you are against all jabs. You question one thing and all of a sudden you're some type of anti, you're some type of ist. Most of us who are talking about this alert, who are worried about this alert, are concerned about the long road. Something that is activated inside our bodies, which most of us believe it's graphene oxide, that once activated will progressively make us sicker. Because you have to look at everything as one big picture, you have to look at everything as a whole. While people are concerned about this alert setting off graphene oxide making us sick, in the background you do have the governments, the media, and scientists saying disease X is on the way, and it will wipe out more people than the C-19. They are 110% sure that disease X is on the way, and they are also sure of how devastating it will be. So as a normal citizen, you sit back and you think to yourself, how do they know how bad this disease is going to be? Nobody's been infected with it yet they know how many lives are going to be ended. They know that this disease is going to be worse than the last. How do they know that? From what we know, nobody's been infected with this mysterious disease as of yet. It's like a person coming up to you saying, you're going to get hit by a red car tomorrow, and it's going to be very devastating. And then when you get hit by the car the next day, you're going to wonder how that person knew that. But all along, that person telling you you're going to get hit by this car, they were the ones driving the car all along. Then you'll have people say, well, we had this national alert in the United Kingdom a couple months ago. Nothing has happened to us. Well, look at this article on September 27th. 200 scientists in the United Kingdom are preparing for battle against disease X. An attempt is being made to tackle disease X and other unknown threats of the future by developing a unit of new jabs. In a level 3 laboratory, researchers were analyzing samples of XBB166, a new C-19 variant prevalent in the UK. You don't have to label yourself or be a conspiracy theorist to put two and two together. You can just clearly see past the BS. Disease X, London's Next Epidemic, was a temporary exhibition at the Museum of London between November 2018 and March 2019. To mark the 100-year anniversary of the deadliest wave of Spanish flu, we looked back at the past history of epidemics on Londoners. We wondered if the city might be at risk from an unknown disease X, as the World Health Organization called it. This was after the C-19 outbreak, so they're pretty much hinting that the next outbreak, the next major epidemic, this disease X, will break out in the United Kingdom. There are many that are concerned that graphene oxide is inside the jab, and once activated, this graphene oxide will turn your immune system against you, pretty much making you more vulnerable to these type of diseases. Now, we don't know 100% if graphene oxide is inside the jab, but what they have stated is that they use graphene oxide to test the structure of the jab. I don't know 100% what that means in scientific terms. All I know is graphene oxide was used alongside the jab. This is what people are mainly concerned about, the long-term effects. But no, you have the media saying that people are posting that their family believes that the end is near. According to a Redditor's father, and this person is probably a plant that was planted there by the media to make us look crazy, but according to their father, this frequency will activate the RFID chips in jabbed up people and trigger the beginning of the Great Replacement. The Great Replacement in a nutshell is a white nationalist conspiracy theory which holds that white citizens in Western nations are being systematically replaced by non-white immigrants. So basically what they're doing here in this article is pretty much making you a racist if you talk bad about this alarm. That if you question this alarm, you are a person that supports the Great Replacement theory. You are a nationalist. And that right there should be very concerning. That right there should make you want to question this alarm even further. Soon as they add division, racism, all kinds of labels to anything you question, you may want to look into whatever that is a little bit further. They're even breaking out racist shooters in this article. They are going all out. The World Health Organization and the media were the same ones to tell us that 5G was perfectly fine. Nothing will happen to us when it comes to 5G. That if you question it, you are nothing more than a crazy conspiracy theorist. But now they are saying although 5G's short wavelength and range makes it non-ionizing, it is possible to pose a risk to the environment and human health. Most importantly, 5G will increase the amount of electromagnetic radiation in the atmosphere, leading to an increased risk for disease and a high risk of cancer. You crazy conspiracy theorists, 5G will not turn you into a zombie. Yeah, it may make you more susceptible to cancer and other diseases, but we're going to fact check the fact that it will not cause a zombie apocalypse. Look at this one. My mom just told me in a panic that on October 4th, Joe Biden will use cell phones to attack the whole population of the United States, something about a frequency that can harm and end our lives. She told me that I need to wrap my cell phone in aluminum foil and place it in the microwave for the day. Like, there is no way that is real. That has to be a planted post to make us look crazy, that make us that are talking about this alarm in any fashion whatsoever look crazy. That is why these specific posts are on the front page of these articles. Once today is over and October 5th is here, you're going to see articles and comments say, see, nothing happened. We were not turned into zombies. But over time, you're going to see more and more articles say, disease X is on the rise, disease X is here. More and more people are being infected by this mysterious disease. Now, I know some people are going to say this national alert has been broadcast nationwide since the 60s. This is nothing new. But they're not using the same type of technology they used in the 60s to broadcast these alerts. Nobody was jabbed up with the C-19 jab back in the 60s, and also there were no such thing as GMO mosquitoes flying around in the 60s, so a lot of things have changed. Technology has advanced. Now, whether this alert will activate something inside our bodies or not, when big media starts to fact check and they start giving you labels for even questioning whatever it is they're fact checking, it's always good to be a little bit more concerned. It's always good to look into it a little bit further because sometimes these rabbit holes run very, very deep. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.